Hello, Wanderers. Welcome back to our Crusader Kings 3 roleplay series following Ivar Twistfoot, the Wandering Skald. And we pick things back up here along our long journey. And we see our son, Veminder, whom I did mention in the last episode, or one of the previous ones, that he's had a lot of really cool events. And here is another one. Father, I have a request, stammers my son, Veminder. Behind him, shyly clinging to my boy's hand, lurks a gangly Sogdian youth. This is Gamza, or Gamzi. I really like her, and I was wondering, could she come with us? Her parents, too. She can't leave them behind. Gamzi here, or Gamza. We'll call her Gamza. She actually spawned with 5 traits, which is crazy. I think it's just because this is a special event. She's actually a pretty good character. And I think that we will actually definitely be bringing it along. Her parents, aren't as great of characters, but I think we should accommodate another family. Surely we can. It's going to cost us some provisions, but that's completely all right. This is our son clearly has a crush on this girl, and Ivar is a man who understands love, certainly. Our soulmate is here with us, and if the mother approves, if Juliana approves of this girl, then I suppose we can bring her along. And ambitious, shy, vengeful, calm, and callous. Yeah, these two are gonna make a great couple. In any case, we'll bring them along. We're currently here on a job for Ardavan's brother, the Vali Ishak Zik Ibrahim of House Bukharakuda. And yeah, we're just finishing off a little escort mission job there. We have excelled at the contract. The trodden path. The procession is ground to a halt a stone's throw away from Wenkath. I look over to see my follower Aliyah dismounted and intently staring on something on the ground. Ugh, we should never cross an ant path. I suppose, don't want to be superstitious here. So yeah, I did do a couple small little jobs in the in-between episodes, but it was only maybe just 1 or 2. It seems that our caravan has become a little bit lost in these lands. Oh yeah, we haven't really learned the language here, but we are able to successfully interpret the instructions here because Ivar, even if he doesn't speak the local language, he's probably learned enough from Ardavan. And Ardavan probably could just translate for us, so. I've heard tell of the military exploits of the legendary Oguz mercenaries, and passing through Akum, I am fortuitous enough to come across a highly skilled mercenary commander. Timurtas claims that he is the finest Oguz swordsman in the world and would be honored to serve for the right price. Well, he is, he's quite capable, and he's just honest. He's a good man. And the right price, oh wow, and he's super cheap. Sure, come along. Timurtas the Ozguz. You shall join us. Enoch has come of age. Let's see, how did our son turn out here? He is a astute intellectual. Not too bad, not too bad. And now he is officially a monk. Or a priest. We'll see if he becomes a proper priest. And, I'd like to see if he, I'd like for him to become a bishop. I know that it really can't happen like that, but that could be a cool little bit of progression for Enoch here. All right, and we just built in a bartering grounds as well, which I think gives us access to some kind of decision. We should probably let's write a poem while we're here, and we'll we'll sell the poem. And we could hold mystical communion. I don't feel the need to do that just yet. All right, so we're reasonably full up on supplies, and we've spent enough time here in the court of the Vali. Actually, I'd like to just see if we can make a request. Any marriageable women in your court? I'm guessing, his daughter might be one of them. Let's see if he'll marry his daughter to anyone. Isaac, come on. Would he marry his daughter to Isaac? No, it's the religion thing. His faith differs from ours, yeah. That makes sense. It's too bad that we can't get around that, because otherwise he would accept. But yeah, unfortunately, just the faith is different, and so alas. we'll have to look for other ways to get some women into our court, such as, you know, visiting the town and maybe seeing if there's any ladies at the tavern that we can recruit. Unfortunately, there aren't, but we'll pay to learn a little bit of this. We can go and get some supplies as well, so let's increase our provisions, or, well, we tried to, but he smelled our desperation. And let's see, you know what, maybe if there's a Justicar contract, maybe one of them will just happen to be perform in a play, nice, perform in a play. What do we have here? Transcribe text, support a faction, uncover a secret, or hobnob with the ruler. I don't really see where the Justicar contracts are. I don't really want to stop to perform in any plays right now, so I think that we're just going to say our goodbyes to the Vali and move along here. So where are we gonna go next? I think probably the capital here in Casmira is probably a decent place to head to next. We'll try to hit up some places along the way. We could probably get, yeah, a couple of these. All right, so let's customize our route. We're gonna go and grab this one first. I don't really want to take that long mountain route, though. That seems kind of dangerous. So what if we did that, and then that, and then went through just like that? That seems all right. Tiny bit of danger, but it's not too bad, especially if we take a, no, not a wilderness kit, a Pathfinder's gear. The danger is not actually terrible, so I think we'll start moving the camp. Let's head off on the next section of our journey. Ivar does want to see the great city of Delhi, so we'll have to head there, although we have to traverse through this particularly sick bit of land, so that's going to be unfortunate. There's some friendship in our camp, and we'd love to see it. Theodosios and Sebastianos, the two Greeks, of course. And here we go. We can get another perk here, and we're gonna get Voyager, and then I'll probably finally switch out, because I'm not really particularly concerned with getting the, oh, yeah, I'm not particularly concerned with getting the third tree there, even though we probably could do it without too much trouble, I imagine. We visited the Sari Isang ancient mine. It's been active since prehistoric times, and the blue stones could be seen in all the courts of antiquity. Pretty cool. I like to stop and read these little events and the points of interest, because it is interesting to note them. Saib Jatir is in charge of our food supplies. It's just a little bit of mold. We'll get over it. And yeah, we'll continue on here, and we'll visit as many places as we can along the way, so that Ivar's book and his journey will be as great as it could be. Now, I do want to point out, I do know that I realized later that we actually have seen 117 points of interest, which is obviously more than the 60 here. I was just reading it wrong, but I still want to do this at the end of Ivar's journey, because I feel like it's a little bit weird for him to, you know, figure out all this stuff before his journey is done. Carved out of the mountainside, the massive Buddhas of Bamiyan loom over any visitors, while the area surrounding them is no longer the thriving center of Buddhist learning as it once was. There's still numerous Buddhist pilgrims and scholars visiting the statues. A shrewd Eastern ruler might even be able to pull a profit from the pilgrims, in addition to gaining some personal insights. There's a little bit of angst going on between Balder here and Sister Cesinetta, who might be regretting coming along on this, but we'll just tell them to figure it out among themselves. Gonna head in here through Panjir, and then through Kabul, and then we'll get our way to Kashmir. So let's stop there and see what we have for this one. The Panjir mining settlement. It's been known as a source of silver and emerald since the days of Alexander the Great. So we're continuing on that route of Alexander the Great. One foot after another, I slowly move forward on a narrow mountain trail. Suddenly, I hear a rumble and a quickly silenced scream. Shocked by the commotion, I whip around. Instead of Juliana walking behind me, there's only an equally befuddled and tired face of Zahid standing in front of freshly turned rocks. Where is Juliana? I demand to know, my voice barely escaping my dry mouth. The only response is the faint whistling of the wind. Juliana, Juliana, we will save you. Well, obviously, we're gonna go for her. No. What? Oh my gosh. Juliana, no. The mountains have been our curse. Oh. We lost Juliana. The mother of our children. The love of our life. Damn. Damn. Huh. That saddens me. He fell from a mountain trail. Man, that is sad. Oh, Juliana, the love of Ivar's life. Man, that is tough, actually. All right, we're gonna get ourselves a new position, but man, our children, our poor kids. Oh, you know, we've got a young daughter, 4 years old. Helen is. Oh man, they're gonna be devastated. Perhaps Ivar is, you know, now rethinking his journey, and we gain aggravated wound for 1 year. That's rough, man. His journey through the mountains is gonna be a tough one, and it's gonna be a lot sadder making his way back home. Yikes. F's in the chat for Juliana. She was such an important part of Ivar's story. And, you know, even though part of me expected her to die, you know, at like earlier than expected, because she had she got sick so many times and she was delicate. But falling down a mountain trail, oh man. Artavan, just whatever. It's we can probably find something, I suppose. It's Artavan. I have no time for this. My children have lost their mother. I have lost my wife. And manage this for me. Damn. All right, here we're gonna go and visit the capital of the Kingdom of Kashmir. Gain another learning lifestyle perk. I suppose we shall become faithful. Visited the university as well. Oh, man. Yeah, that's sad. Meditate on behalf. Oh, this pays good. I suppose, you know, we could do some meditation while we're here. Make ourselves a little bit of money. This is a little bit on the way, so we shall... Oh, wait. Travel to Padum, Parig, and then returning to Darka, which is not exactly on our way, but kind of brings us vaguely into there. So let us move as one. Never really done this event, so we'll see how it goes. Octavian, Day of Sorrow. Octavian is not as young as she once was, and as she crawls into my lap, I can feel her trembling. I gently stroke her orange fur and listen to her purr long into the night, but as silence falls, I know she won't wake again. Oh my gosh! Ivar! Oh no. Oh man. And then he loses his cat. Maybe the cat was just, you know, the cat was Juliana's cat too. And probably you know, the cat was devastated by that as well. Oh man, that is crazy. Ivar is, man, he's suffering, and the kids as well. Man. Oh jeez, I'll miss you, Octavian. Yeah, dang. All right, let's continue on this journey here. Oh boy, my nephew. Oh no, a siege. Well, we're not gonna look at that. We'll look at it eventually, but stuff is going on in Iberia. Not good stuff, clearly, because some family members have passed. Paid mediator, local vendetta. People, your neighbors, be civil, we say. Yeah, we'll win them over. Our diplomacy wins out. All right, let's go up here, I suppose. I can show you the true meaning of fear. Tell me where the... Oh, they claim to have no issues, but they do not know why their taxes are late. It'd be a fool not to notice their fear in the eyes. Tell me where... Oh, they're being coerced by someone. Let's go to their lair, and our prowess wins out. We've done enough work now to mostly earn the pay, but if we can solve the last problem, the job's done when it's done. Let's do it. Head to Darka. Oh man, I'm still feeling I feel bad for Ivar. I feel really bad for him. Rune rambling. Let's go test our luck in the runes, and our search goes well. We discover the Bolgu's horn. Nice. Apparently, the dispute in Darka revolves around some local group of petty criminals hiding out in the wilds. The residents are split into about a dozen feuding factions, each one convinced that one or more of the others are secretly in league with the Marauders. Bandits, an easily solved problem. Or I'm sure I can detect the liar here. I think we can deal with the bandits, surely. Come on. And our martial skill wins out. The local problems are petty problems, not to those involved, of course, but for an outsider with no stake in their ceaseless quarrels. They're generally eminently solvable. And there we go. We gained a nice chunk of money from that. Oh, let us finish our journey here. We shall go to Delhi. Is this... Yeah, this has got to be it, right? Let's go. There's nothing to stop and see at the way. No major danger. So, let's head there. Oh, Ivar. Well, that is what happens. I mean, it's a dangerous life, the life of a traveler. Oh, our son no longer has a crush on that girl. Or it's that she aged up out of it, I think. Probably that's what happened. Where was that girl? Gamzee. Oh yeah, she probably just aged up out of there. Oh wow, she became a combat character. Interesting. No, guess no wonder she she gets along with oh, she gets along with both of the kids as well, apparently. Lucidio has turned a little bit lazy. Alright, here we are. Finally, here we go. We visited the Iron Pillar of Delhi. The mighty Iron Pillar of Delhi stands as a symbol to the glory of King Chandragupta. And I want to finish reading this here. Despite having stood for a long time, there's no trace of rust, a testament to the skill of the Indian ironsmiths. And here we are, Ivar. You've made it to the settlement here. Let's go and just camp tax maybe. Get a little bit of more money on the way here. Yeah. Oh man, that is... Oh, what is this? Reclaim artifact. Steal an artifact? No. Well, I mean, we've made it. I don't think Ivar would see much need to continue on further than this. But I think that he would consider this to be, you know, the final destination of his journey. He's seen it. This was his goal, was to get to Delhi. but he doesn't get to visit it with his dear wife. He visits it alone, and that, I think, is pretty sad. Let's see. I should probably build up something here. I think that's, let's see. Surgeon's tools could be good. Let's go and do that. But yeah, I think from the here, I mean, Ivar, he might have seen this, and you know, I think from here he just wants to. I think, you know, he might finally want to go home, and you know, we visit the city of Delhi with Veminder, our eldest, or you know, our the eldest of our sons who are with us, and you know, let's take them to look at the great castle. We can visit the local training grounds. I'm not gonna pay for a training session though. Mingle with the locals at the tavern. Ooh, there's an intriguing hooded figure. Oh, loyal. I could use a woman of your skill. Nice. Let's bring her along. I do want to get a wife for some of our characters here. Wouldn't mind hearing a story or two. There we go. Let's see who's up for recruitment. Kamavarti. I don't want to spend too much money on people here, so let's head back. Get some supplies for our return journey. We could maybe sell some artifacts. The Lucky Rabbit's Paw. The Lucky Rabbit's Paw never did me any good. Yeah, it certainly didn't. Let's get rid of that. And then, let's see. I would be up for some traveling, so let's get some traveling contracts while we're here. And then we might be able to use those to make our way back home. And I think it's time, you know? Equip that horn. I think it's time to return home for Ivar. Let's see where these contracts will take us. The court. This one's gonna bring us into somewhere pretty dangerous. How much is he paying? I don't think we want to go that way. I think we want to go a little bit more west. Take a look at this one. Or is this? Nope, that's the wrong way as well. All right. I don't think we're going to go that far. I think we're going to just head to, well, let's see. I think we'll probably head here. To this guy's court. Move domicile. Oh, I'm still in debug mode here. Turn that off. Didn't even notice there. Yeah, let's head to this guy's court, move camp. And there is a few places we can see along the way, so we might as well. Nah, I think at this point, Ivar just wants to go. I think he wants to get to his destination at this point, and we're probably going to sail down here and then try to find his ship and go from there. So let's start on our way. It's time to return home, Ivar. 45 years old. Our kids have gone on an amazing journey. They've seen more than anyone else. And our you know, Ivar might be one of the most well-traveled men in the world at this point. But you got to consider, so are all of our children. They are going to be extremely well-traveled, well-learned. They all have seen lands that, to an extent that most people in this time period would never have even conceived of. Rotak is a land of strange customs and obscure traditions. The practices of the Vajrayana faith are strange and unimaginably different from most Arabism, and is nowhere more apparent than in their attitude towards the practices of magic. Right in the middle of town, there's a man chanting incantations and offering blessings as if he were a priest. It is strange to me, but the people appear positively jubilant in his presence. I think we can... Oh, we get a secret witch? Sorcery. He will repent or he will burn. It's really none of my concern. Do we become a secret witch? I don't know. That seems a little bit too far for us, but they must be made to understand that sorcery is a sin. Yeah, let's convert him. Let's see if we can. And we won the debate and he converted the most Arabism. And look at that. That's cool. That is cool indeed. Oh yeah, we got that character in our camp. I think that I want to get a wife for Isaac here. Well, Artavan could probably use a wife as well. Get some kids. Let's see. I will. You know what? We'll find Isaac a wife on the way home. I think Artavan. He's a little bit older, so let's get him that marriage with the woman here, and there we go. All right. Oh, and we got another perk as well. Voyager. Time to get Voyager. What does that give? Stewardship +2, prestige +0.25, diplomatic range, and travel speed. Not too bad. The question is, do we want to really continue down this final one here? Or maybe we switch to diplomacy now. We'll probably go pretty quickly. Well, what do we gain here if we have this? Every travel location, stress, diplomacy. No, I think we'll switch here. Let's go to heralding. And let's make our way down the diplomacy tree now. And hopefully we'll go up it pretty quick considering our diplomacy is rather high already. So, oh man, our stats are all just insane. Oh, there's a one here. Big contract. I wish it would tell us where it would go. I think you know what? We might pause. Abort travel. Yeah, let's stop here. I want to see where this guy wants us to take somebody. Now, back here. Oh, it's so much money, though. No, I don't think. If it was going the right way... What about this one? What about this? Is this going the right way? No, this one's also not. All right, we're only going to take contracts that take us to where we want to go. So let's keep on moving. Closer quarters. Seems we have some friends between us here. Yeah, they seem to be enjoying themselves. Well, that's good. The Shurvir Errant. My lord, it is most fortunate that you and I come across each other at this crossroad. I'm in search of a marvelous fountain. I think we'll just say, join me and forget all that foolishness. I think Ivar's feeling a little bit, you know, he's not his normal keen, adventurous self. He lost his knight, he lost his wife, and he lost his light. And I think that, you know, right now, he just wants to return. He just wants to return home. All right, what about this escort contract? I mean, we want to make money on our way. Oh, well, this is going to be easy. So, yeah, let's just go and do that. There we go. I mean, take the money, take the contracts when we can, right? There's a grand tournament. No, I don't think we're going to do that either. I think we're just going to head south to here. A little bit of danger on the way, but it's, what is this, hills? Desert. So if we take the Arid Explorers pack, we should be safe. Vemender has come of age. Oh, what? He's only got the level 2? That's a little bit sad, unfortunately. I thought he was going to get a bigger boost from the thing there, but you know what? That's fine. He might improve over time. But yeah, that's a little unfortunate, especially considering he had that special event. But hospitality for a day. The journey has been long and tiresome, and my feet ache so much that my ancestors must feel it. As I'm about to collapse from exhaustion, I feel something heavy weigh on my neck. Before long, I am adorned from head to toe in traditional Sindhi garbs. The streets alive with jubilation. Every house head beckons me to come inside and rest my weary laurels. It would only take a moment to regain my stamina, and I would be welcomed as a guest of honor. Sindhi hospitality is legendary. Can I really afford not to see it for myself? Well, maybe this might be the thing that kind of snaps Ivar out of it, and I think that's what it is. You know what? We'll stop here. And you know what? It says that we are dressed in the garb, so I'm actually going to go and change us to... Let's see if we can find ourselves some garb from the region here. It's probably going to be something like, yeah, maybe like this Indian guard, Indian commoner clothing. Which one looks coolest? The high nobility? Yeah, I think this one looks pretty cool. And then for the cloak, maybe... Yeah, maybe we get a nice, like, cloak as well. Yeah, I think that looks cool. You know what? And maybe because of the loss of his wife, Ivar's hair, you know, he lets his hair grow once again. You know, he stops kind of keeping up with his beard. Yeah, I think he goes back to you know, his kind of more rugged looking self. And yeah, once we get here, then I guess it's just a matter of, you know, finding a ship. And there we go, finding a ship and probably making our way to Basra and then up and around, because I feel like going this route feels like not something that they would have probably traveled that much in the Middle Ages, or maybe in the Middle Ages, but not in 906 AD. This seems like a pretty dangerous route that maybe wouldn't be as commonly taken, but maybe along the coast here, I could probably see it. So I think that's what we're going to do. Should probably stock up on supplies. Isaac, see if you can find us anything. He does bring in some food, so that's good. Yeah, I think we'll head to Basra here. And let's go there. Yeah, it should be a relatively safe journey. We're going to miss a few points of interest. But like I said, I think Ivar is... I think he just wants to go home. We'll hit up some on the way, I'm sure, but it's now time to return. Her daughter has learned the Brythonic language. Well, that's good. You know, I wonder if our son would ask permission to marry that girl of his, and I think, you know, if he did, we would probably accept. I mean, she's a good, you know, good young woman. And you know, it doesn't really matter to us that she's lowborn, so, or of a different religion or culture or anything like that, you know? Love is love, and, you know, if our son wishes to marry her, then so be it, I say. Okay, you're wearing a... Oh, I guess he's decided to wear a hat or dress like the locals as well. Good for him, I suppose. Although I feel like Vemender is the most Norse of all of our children. I'm going to take off his hat here. Just because I think he'll look cooler without it. But yeah, maybe he's where, you know, he wants to dress up like, you know, he maybe dresses like that for his wedding. But yeah, I have a feeling Vemender might be, if any of our children were going to convert back to Norse, it would be Vemender, who really respects the warrior ways. Nurture. They say children react more than anyone else to the places they find themselves. It is fortunate for my daughter Ear, then, that she finds herself in the company of the most ambitious adventurers, exotic locals, and rugged travelers that I've been able to gather. A fine environment for a young girl to grow up in, and one where she seems determined to take many lessons to heart. Perhaps we could consider another path. Ooh. Yeah, let's see what kind of... Oh, she gains the trait ambitious. Nice. Very cool. All right, we're going to make our way to Basra. Then I think we'll take the... what is this? The Tigris? Yeah, we'll take the Tigris back up to Baghdad. And from Baghdad, we'll probably head to Antioch. And then from there... Our brother died as well, but we don't know. We don't know this. Because we have not returned to our lands yet, so... Ivar does not know. He doesn't know anything that's happened, and I don't think I've ever shown you guys what's going on over there, and I won't until we return. This person, escort emissary. Where you want to take this person? Oh, the wrong way. I really want these contracts, but I just don't want to go the wrong way at this point. I think we'll head up to Baghdad from here. Let's continue on our route. It's a little bit of danger. We could probably avoid that and hit up a point of interest along the way. That should be safe enough. So yeah, let's go through there. Does seem to be a war going on in this part, but we'll have to make our way at some point. Greetings, my lord, Baruz, one of the cooks says. I have your daughter here with me here. She promised to clean the pots in the cookery, you see. But she gobbled down every sweet she could find like a little pig. Now she's all sweaty and red from her exerting herself eating. She could never resist sweet things. Remember, no one can tell you what you can or cannot eat. You should treat Baruz better? I mean, yeah, she should treat the staff better. Yeah. Don't wanna raise a rude little child. Rumors have been whispered about my knight now. Oh, he's a non-believer. Interesting. Alright. We visited the Imam Ali Mosque. This mosque houses the tomb of Ali, cousin of Muhammad, and the first Shiite imam after him. Cool. Alright. And here we are back in Baghdad. A new face in camp. We have been staying in the local Mashriki floodplains, and we've got this another Norse one, but it doesn't make sense, so we're not going to bring them along. What do we have here? Another contract. Let's see. Oh, why? That always just wants us to go the wrong way. At least our wound is healed, but yeah. I think from here we head to Antioch. It's this is all about the journey for Isaac to get home. That's his goal now, is to return home, to bring his children back to the place where they were born and, you know, tell his tale. God's wounds, those accursed children, my daughter Christina and her compatriot Nahal were caught red-handed having snuck into the armory. You should have admitted your wrongdoing, you brat. Yeah, come on, girl. You can, be adventurous, but don't be dishonest. The sun is high over the camel farm in Hadithat Ana, and I seek shade beneath the protective hide strung over certain areas of the farm. A sudden grunt startles me, and I turn around. Next to me, one of the magnificent beasts has had the same idea and cozies up to me in the shade. I lean over it to pat its elongated head when the animal in one swift motion slams me across the forehead and spits on my cheek. When I regain my bearings, I see its owner standing about only 20 paces away, mortified. You and your beast need to learn some manners. Oh, I'm not going to decapitate it. I think we would be a little bit annoyed with that. Tell the man to keep his beasts in check. And yeah, let's continue on. Oh, nice. Got a diplomacy perk here. I think we'll go for, what do we do? Bound by blood. Confidants. Let's go with that one. We'll continue down that family tree. Maybe we'll end up becoming a patriarch as we progress. 46 years of age. What year? When did Ivar leave? How old was he? I think he was... Man, I don't even remember how old Ivar was when he left. Our kids were pretty young. The fields of Alrika are a sight to behold. Every crop in bloom, every leaf green, every stem luscious. We seek out the man responsible. My name is Master Alai. He noticed me in the distance and turns in my direction. My knowledge of gardening is vast, yes, incomparably vast. So stay a while and listen. Let's see if we can learn to be a gardener. We don't, but we gain down to earth for 10 years, which is going to be a big boost to our health here. Ins and outs. Let's travel to the inn here. Oh, and we became friends with our daughter. And we find ourselves some comfortable lodgings. There we go. Oh, nice. Lots of contracts around here. Would be nice to... Oh, how much? Okay, I do want to get some money. Here before we progress on. So I think we might take 1 or 2 small jobs. just to come home with plenty of riches, and this, you know, should be an easy job to manage here. So we'll go and we'll take care of that. Oh, we could. Can we get some money? Arrange a marriage? Now let's get a little bit of money from some of these people here. Bettering the emir's name. Let's just get on with our task. Let's put our people in their positions here. And let's get this done. Make our money and continue on in our journey returning home. I'm really curious to see what's going on over there. Like I said, I don't actually know. I have seen the area. I know some things have changed, but I haven't looked in depth at what has changed over in Iberia. And so I think this is going to be super cool to actually just see what is going on once we return home. Let's execute the scheme here. Nice success. Get the money. What is this? Confidence trickster? No. But we might be able to do an escort quest that could get us a little bit of money. Take the contract. Oh, nice. Going to Constantinople. That's actually perfect. All my camp will travel to Byzantium. We could go through here. Take the overland route. We'll hit up Tiana. And maybe we can visit that one along the way. Customize route. Let's go first to here and then over here. It's going to be, adds a tiny bit of danger. But if we add ourselves a Arid Explorers pack, we should be safe. And yeah, let's make our way there. Get a little bit of money. See if we can get some decent contracts in Constantinople as well. Each night, one fire becomes the hub of the camp's social activity. People coalescing around my inner circle to wag tongues and trade friendly barbs. Tonight is no exception. Elaine here, this was the former, I believe the former concubine of of King Harold. I think, you know what, we're just gonna soak it in. This time, I think Ivar is a little bit more reserved now than he was before. He used to be the life of the party, but now I think that he's maybe slowly getting over, not getting over, but coming to terms with what happened to his wife. But we visited the Sicilian gates. We struggled through the Guardian passes, the craggy defiles between Asia and Europe, above in wind-cracked heights amid stones. Greek eyes watch us. It said these wardens of the Sicilian gates in their high forts once defended against a flood of despoiling heathens. Now they keep a vigil against raiding nomads and petty robbers, though some still say they are little better than brigands themselves. Still, here a few common conscripts in scrubby little forts, safeguarded in Empire, a fateful place, we think. Oh, that's cool that it was like a special one there. Lucidio has come of age as well. Not a particularly skilled warrior either, but, you know, decent enough. Oh, what did our son get? He didn't even get a commander trait. Oh well. Now we visited the troglodytic settlements. Rocks are extremely malleable in this area, and people turn them into homes and structures. That's cool. Saga's skill with the blade is improved as well. She's a little bit of a lazy girl, though. Oh well. Can't blame them. They've had an interesting life, these kids, and, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if they're a little bit, you know, angsty considering what happened to their mother. And here we are, brought before the Basileus. There we go. We get some decent money from... Oh, Eyes in the Shadows. The Basileus wants to give us a job, and he's going to pay us only 193. Do we want to do a job for the Emperor? I mean, if we do, we might be able to get some money from him. So yeah, let's try this. I'm supposed to meet Basileus's spy master. You look confounded. What do we... I'll start planning a breakout. Okay, sure. Let's see if we can pull off this contract here. We want to do it quick. That's important. But we want to do it well as well. And looks like we should be able to easily manage this task here for the Emperor. You know, he probably remembers us from when we came here. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, this is the same. This is the same Emperor that we saw, and he remembers us, I'm sure, as does his co-emperor Chrysophios. And so now that we've returned with our amazing stories that we got to tell, I'm sure the Emperor will be glad to have us with him. We go and visit the city while we're here. Go to the tavern. Of course, we go there with our son, Veminder. There's a few good points to the story. Let's see what kind of contracts they have here. Treasure hunt. Huh, interesting. Oh, maybe we could do a treasure hunt. The Markdos wants to find one last elusive... Oh, wow, look at this guy. He's blind. Cool. Where's the treasure? I'll get to it soon. Alright. Curious where it's gonna lead us to. I'll get to it, but not quite yet. We're doing a job for the Emperor. Hopefully the treasure map will lead us this way to the west where we're going. And not again to the east where we have already been. Alright. Pretty much, yeah, we should be basically guaranteed a success here. Let's seize the moment! Alright, my liege is satisfied with the insights you've gleaned. You've found what, 0? No small feat! How did you get here unnoticed? But the spy master is already gone. Alright, we'll take that money. We have excelled at the contract, which means we can probably demand payments. Oh yeah, let's get our money from the Emperor here. And from all these people as well. And we can make a request as well from the Basileus. They'll pay 100 to us to arrange. We could... Oh, you know what? We might be able to get a marriage for one of the guys in our court here. Lucidio? What about... For our son? Could marry a good Greek woman? Got some decent traits here. Not too bad. Although I think we might have our son marry somebody back home. But Isaac, we should get a wife for Isaac, right? Oh no, they won't accept. All right. Looks like our son could get a decent marriage here, though, with somebody from a relatively noble house here. Ooh, genius. Nice. That wouldn't be too bad. This one's lowborn though, and she's already had a kid, so that doesn't seem quite right. And this girl, torturer. Well, we don't know that. Sure, let's do that. We can make a request from some of these people here as well. We might as well. Let's just load up on money. I want to come home rich. I want to have all the money. Okay, let's see if we can get one for Isaac from here. She's 40, but Isaac's 37. They're relatively of age, so yeah, let's go with that. We just want him to get married. Who knows if she'll be able to have a kid for him, but there we go. All right. So our job here is done. Oh yeah, we got to do the treasure map. Let's see where this wants to take us first. To Hyastan? No, I don't want this contract. Where's the treasure map gonna ask us to go? Let's see. Does it tell us contracts available? How do we know where the contract... Oh, we got to do this, right? Excavate treasure. Tortona. That is in Italy. Well, that is... Oh, no, that's... Yeah, that's in Italy. Perfect. All right. So we want to go to Tortona. Okay, so... Well, if we want to get to Tortona, then we should probably do our usual stuff. I don't want to see Iberia. Oh, and the Holy Roman Empire is huge. The whole... Oh, wow. Holy Roman Empire's got some stuff going on. It's huge now as well. It took Italy and east the western parts of Germany here too. Jeez. That's a chonky Eastern or that's a chonky Holy Roman Empire. Nice. All right, yeah, let's continue on. I think we'll probably do we just head for Rome then? Probably, right? Yeah, let's head to Rome. Move camp. We should be able to make it here relatively safely. Customize the route. We've hit up pretty much all the points of interest over here. So we're gonna travel by sea and just make it there. And we'll get to Rome. We'll go and do our little treasure hunt up in Tortona, and then I think from Tortona, that's where we'll probably head home. Where is Oh, Balder has died. Died under mysterious circumstances. Interesting. What's going on in our camp? Maybe I don't want to know. Where is Tortona? Oh, here it is. Yeah, okay. So we'll head to Rome, then we move up to Tortona. And we'll excavate that treasure. Hopefully it'll be worth a lot of money. And then we shall... Oh, Harold has died. Oh man, things are gonna be a lot different when we get back to Iberia. It's gonna be so cool to see. I'm really excited for that reveal here. Lines about legacy. Ordonu has written about us. Ordonu, I can see it's truly heartfelt. It's obviously heartfelt. It's coming from our dear friend here. I offer you the service of my knight, Farhan the Kurdish. All right, sure. I guess we've met up with Ordonu. Maybe I don't know. Maybe he knows that we're. I don't know. Like, don't ask me to explain that one. Doesn't really make sense, honestly. So here we go. We'll speed things up a little bit as we do this last little bit of traveling here. And there we go. Oh, wow. Level 3 contract. How much are you paying for that? I don't want to stay here, though. Well, it's just for the procurement of building supplies. I'll deliver the materials immediately. All my camp, I'll travel to Paolo. Where is Paolo? Oh, yeah, okay, we can... Oh, that's very close. Sure, let's go and do this job. I'll gladly move my... Okay, we have to... It will take something like 3 years. Will you stay in Paolo? No. If the camp look... I should head back to my camp. No, I don't think we're going to stay. We'll just take the money here, and we'll move on here. And then we're going to go to Tortona. We're going to find our treasure. And then we will be rich. Hopefully. That's the idea anyways. Oh, I don't want to see. Oh, boy. Oh, holy crap. Smart girl. Oh, I don't. Okay, don't show. I'm not showing what's over there. But as you guys can see, the Holy Roman Empire just broke apart. Oh no, it's because we're in it. Okay, never mind. I think. Yeah, okay. It didn't break apart. We just went in it. That's okay, that's fine. We can see that Castali still exists, but I don't think that was ever in doubt. There's a marriage here. It irks me that my rival Sebastiano seems to enjoy a blissful marriage. Meddling in another's union's going too far, even for Ivar. He doesn't care about that kind of thing. All right, let us dig for our treasure. Excavate treasure. Travel with camp. Let us see what we can find. Let's head over. All right, can we recover it? Excavate the treasure. Oh no, we're a little bit ill. I think we'll do no more than what is necessary. We're feeling a little brighter. Let's see what we can find. Start traveling. Okay. I don't know how we do this here. Here keeps the trait zealous. Ooh, nah, we'll get her brave. All right, I think we'll look for our treasure. I'll figure out how to do that in between episodes here. We'll see if Ivar can locate his treasure. But I think after this, it will be time to return home and finally see what has changed in Iberia since Ivar left all those many years ago. This has been an amazing journey, and I'm excited to see what happens in the next one. Until then, Wanderers, thank you for watching.